Shalom to the elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bishop Kokodush, and giving double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone, who well, peace and salutation to the elect, 144,000 prophets first, and the rest of the remnant of the believers of the 1/3. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, like unto the speckled bird that look like the heathen nations where they've been scattered to by lineage, go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. So, Shemai Mappa is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables, can't located here in the city of Philadelphia, coming with another wee lesson. This is a lesson is among the topic of how this place is finished. Office building in Philadelphia, popular Old City section sells for 38% discount to assessed value. As the commercial real estate market continues to crumble before the eyes of market participants who have been employed every trick in the book to put a roaster polish on the marks for one more quarter, obviously examples are disappearing. Bid for office space continue to pop up. Pardon. It says the latest was in Philadelphia. According to the Philadelphia Business Journal, where developer Ori Phoebus is now claiming the CRE market has presented the best real estate opportunities we've ever seen in our professional lives. He just purchased a 30% occupied building in the Philadelphia Old City section and says he's going to keep it for office use. One thing you know about Old City is like a lot of historic properties and such. Old City in Philadelphia, I think of like 2nd Street. But going on, it says PBJ, like Second and Market and stuff. But PBJ reports that Phoebus acquired the 136,000 square foot building at 399 Market Street from Colonial Penn Life Insurance for $14 million. This price is 38% lower than its assessed value of $22.6 million. Assessed value. You can look into the appraised value. The assessed value is determined by your local tax authority and used to determine your property tax. The appraisal value is determined by industry professional and normally used in the mortgage application process to verify that a home is worth the amount sought by borrower. In addition, home buyers or sellers may seek an appraisal of property that they wish to buy or sell. Okay? And just assess, like, hey, look, they'll go look upon it and say, well, hey, this is what we deem this is esteemed for. Okay? So, it goes on, it says, he estimated that the building would have been valued at around $40 million before the office market downturn in 2020. Before everything with the virus shut down, and you have a lot of people that choose not to work in offices anymore, and more so will work at home. He said it's a typical for us to buy office, but that's where the greatest opportunity is, because there's obviously a lot of duress and noise in the market. I think there's like a quote, something like buy when everything is basically chaos in the street, something like that. But going on, it says we jumped on the opportunity to buy something at a huge discount to what we would have traded for just a few years ago. We're the least expensive Class B building in Philadelphia, he added. Okay, it says over the past months, the occupancy rate at the building under contract has increased to 45% 5% due to new leases. The building, which predominantly houses tenants requiring 3,000 to 14,000 square feet, sits in a market where office vacancy in Philadelphia hits 19.6% in the first quarter. The trend reflects the broader move towards downsizing office space by 20% to 40%, affecting older buildings values across the city and nation. All right. So they saying it's the perfect time to buy an office. All right. So they saying that there's no explanation for why discounts of office rents of 20 to 25% has created an environment where offices trading at 70 to 75% less than what it was a few years ago. There's fear in the market and it has created exceptional opportunities. And the fear is this place is through. You got this one. This article say that the U.S. economy is finally cracking. Okay. They say that this month, a slew of retailers off the top of my head, Target, Lowe's, Macy's, Kohl's, Best Buy, Foot Locker, reported negative year-over-year sales comps. And that's before adjusting for inflation that makes them 3% to 4% more negative in real terms. Others such as Dollar General and Burlington reported the same store sales comp in the 2% plus 2% range, but that too was negative when adjusted for inflation, while Walmart and Nordstrom comps managed to roughly keep pace with inflation, but were unable to exceed it. So its credit, Costco comps did handily beat inflation. I'd wish I'd bought that damn stock 15 years ago. Alright, so you can look at different things. Overdue bills are rising with U.S. debt delinquency, Fed survey shows. Okay, so they talk about inflation. So this place is finished. Okay, it's kicking the can down the road. Jeremiah 51. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. And it says, Babylon, in 7 verse, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that has made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, which are the philosophies, democracy, various, religion. You have it, the covetousness, and just the whole fashion, man. I mean, it's and wickedness. The nations, they drunk it up and adopted it. Okay. Therefore, the nations are mad. Act as madmen. They're lost and confused. It says Babylon, which Babylon means confusion, is suddenly fallen, destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so, she may be healed. And like I say, hey, you go into balm for her pain is the balm. Just go back to Tazaraya or Tazaraya, and it's just obviously you have like a salve you make out of different herbs to heal. But it said if so she may be healed. But going on, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone to his own country, for judgment reaching heaven is even unto to the skies. All right, and like I said, this place got national defects, man. You know, and just look at the debt. Okay, the national debt is horrible. You put up the U.S. debt clock. I haven't checked this in a long time. Over 34 trillion. Okay. Look at the money creation. And like I said, this place got heavy debts. You know, you go back to Habakkuk. But there's no coming back and no turning back. This place is through. You have it where there's dead malls.
And I wonder if the mall, the person who owns this mall, or the company that owns this mall, I bet you they give, it's just my opinion. I bet you they just expand, like if this company goes out of the business, there's just say, bus stops, just take it up so it doesn't look like we have empty space everywhere.
And that's the witchcraft. Because you have it where you have malls and you have places open up in these outlet malls like Neshaminy Mall here in Bucks County in Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia. You know, you have these malls and yeah, you have stores, but the stores are not making no money. The people are not spending no money, and it's not the same as how it used to be. You know, these different malls used to be filled with people having fun, jovial, cheerful. You know, people doing things. No, it's not. It's a ghost town. So, you know, Babylon is not healed, man. It's through, and it's a lot of witchcraft that goes down because, you know, they try to give you an illusion that everything is all right, but everything isn't all right. Okay. See. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and 5. It says, I can even start at 3. It says, Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and he will not at all quit the wicked. So there's no way that Babylon can come back, because remember, the earth has been given the hand of the wicked, and this place, America, is being run by the Edomites, and they are the wicked. They're the border of wickedness. Okay, within their territories, you have all this wickedness that's perpetuated. It's like the law slack. So of course this place is going to get destroyed. Okay, and there's no way Babylon can repent, because the Lord is not acquitting the wicked. Okay, acquit, Naqua, which goes into to be free or exempt from punishment. So it's not exempt from punishment. Okay, so there's no way that Babylon can be to repent. Okay, like you got this weird doctrine. You know, some people think that Babylon can come back, and it can't. Okay, the Lord has his way in the whirlwind, in the storm, in the clouds of the dust of his feet. I'm gonna go down to verse 5. It says the mountains quake at him and hills melt. You know, it's represent governments. All right, the mountains. You have the summits, the top people of government come together. All right, and hills smaller. You know, governments. All right. Mountains quake at him, and hills melt, and the earth is burnt at his presence. Yeah, the world and all that they're in. All right, and we know this place is reserved for destruction. Babylon the Great. Okay. Yeah, this place got nothing but decay, man. Nahum chapter 3 and 16. Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above all the stars of heaven. The canker worm spoileth and flieth away. Alright. This is Nahum chapter 3 and 5. I'm going to start at actually 4. It says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that sells the nation through her whoredoms, philosophy, and families through her witchcrafts. And you have it where a lot of people believed in that American dream and that America can never fall. But you're seeing it fall. Because Shop goes into being a witch, alright? Or being one that practiced divination, okay? Sorcery, as the serpent. All right, Esau, Edom, that spirit that's within him, from away from the garden, and he still to this day, this guy is a sorcerer. He practiced witchcraft, to try to have these malls running.
And that's what they do. So back in the day, this mall.
This dude might be an Edomite or a Jake. I don't know. I think he might be Irish. Philly Campton, Fairview's warning out. I don't own any of this footage. This is footage, but I'm using it for educational purposes only. But yeah, he could tell you the same things that I could tell you about Franklin Mills Mall, because in the Chamonix, that was not a mall that I would go to. We would go to like a Franklin Mills, which is, I think they kind of consider it like right there, kind of like on the county line. But same book.
They had a whole display of, I think, like the history of Philadelphia. Here is William Penn doing the Penn Treaty at Penn Treaty Park, which isn't too far from my house. There you are.
That's why I don't know.
There's Ben Franklin, right? Going off to Europe
to go to
Ben Franklin, do Ben Franklin stuff, and there you are, moving the Liberty Bell, hiding it from the British troops. How exciting. And there used to be other ones, but they were moved to some type of museum. If you know what museum...
And a lot of this, because of shameful spewing, is on them. So going on, it says, behold, I am against thee, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show thy nations thy nakedness, your sins, all of, the different wrongs they have done, and the kingdoms thy shame, okay? They oppress the Israelites. They deal unjustly. They're the wicked, okay? So the Lord is exposing them. They got shame and dishonor and disgrace upon them, okay? And hey, it's disgraceful to look at, like I say, this place. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and I will make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. And this is all talking about Babylon the Great, America, which is spiritually, Nineveh, all right? Assyria, okay? And it says, And it shall come to pass that they that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? Right. You know, and this place is just finished. It's too far gone, man. Dead mall. Deep mall.
The rest of the colonial figures. If you know where the rest of the colonial figures are, let me know in the comments.
Look at this place. Chick-fil-A. Even the Chick-fil-A through.
I've gone to, and they all have these
eateries?
Stores with the... I forget what the name of the store is. What's the name of it? Is this Abercrombie and Fitch?
Yeah, it used to be like an Aeropostale.
And so now every mall I go to, the store's closed.
That's through.
Looks like a Jimmy Buffett type place.
They done boarded it up. Some of them stores didn't want Jake in there.
There's like 25 stores. I don't know, this pop-up wedding thing, like, is it, wow. Johan, let's get married at the Chamonix Mall. Look at this. Memories that will last a lifetime.
Quick money, get some quick money and leave and close down. Renting that space is expensive.
The arcade. The arcade moved locations. It was at the...
Look at the parking lot.
No, that's right. You can see, hear, and do things here in the Chamonix. I don't know how much longer... I don't know what the magic... Like, how many stores does a mall need to stay open to be profitable? And this is the Roosevelt Mall. The anchor store is Macy's.
Yeah, this is too.
It's going through a little bit of
change.
Transformation. They're doing this thing with the malls. They're trying to make everything look generic and everything look the same. And
they're making these 15-minute cities. That's what they really doing. You know, everything in one little pocket. You don't have to go nowhere far at all. Okay? That's really what that is, but it's another story for another time, man. But these places are through. I mean, you had Models and all that different places. Claire's for the ear piercings. You know, it's all through.
There is nothing. It's a vitamin store.
Verizon store.
The Roosevelt Mall, you have a cell phone store, and I think next to that is another cell phone store.
Yeah, the Lens Crafters types. Children's place. I remember that place. I can't guess.
Cricket. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, Cricket.
All three cell phone stores right next to each other. You can get a Cricket, a Verizon, or whatever the hell the next. Here's Way Out. Way Out.
You just get T-shirts from there.
Has been part of the Roosevelt Mall since I was a kid. When I was a punk rock band, I used to buy the punk rock T-shirts at Way Out. And they do the piercing, and they do airbrush T-shirts.
You know a place through when they got these. Signs up 30 to 60% off.
This is one of the newer stores at the Roosevelt Mall. This is JD.
That used to be the old
Named
Models.
after my buddy JD Harmeyer. Apparently the store is real big in Europe. It's like a kind of like a sporting goods store, sneakers, T-shirts, jackets. There's going to be 2 new restaurants coming to the mall very soon.
Panda Express.
And that's what's being built here.
Rising Kings.
And we have...
Kings or something, whatever they call it. Chipotle, Popeyes.
27. Wow, it's the same number. Oh, do we
You got the Postal Service.
count Wendy's?
You got Wendy's. You got halal carts across the street. PC Richardson used to be Circuit City, I think that was. Or yeah. And they closed that down.
Well, so if you look at the Roosevelt Mall, which is just this little strip. I call this the Roosevelt Mall. There are the same amount of stores that there are at the Neshaminy Mall.
But it's just on a strip.
And there's way less vacancies. And I would say the stores are a little bit better here at the Roosevelt Mall. The bank and the gym and the doctor's office. There are actually more stores in the Roosevelt Mall. Just this section of the Roosevelt.
So it's just all illusion. So this place is finished, and these people are gonna mourn over it when it's all done. So that's it. Shalom to you, like.